Okay guys, this is what you should expect to get in your large foam mate kit. And I'm just going to show you exactly, once you get it, how to put it together.
You will need to go out and get some...
Yeah, you will need some all-purpose cement. They sell this in little small deals. That's all you'll need. I buy it in the bigger ones. So, this is the cap to your tank. You'll just put a little goo in there. And guys, if you're using old or dirty PVC at all, you'd want to prime it, but I'm not, so. Just like that. I hold a little pressure on it for a little bit so it doesn't try and slide out. I don't think it's going to move. Whoever gets this one is going to get a little I love you that Mrs. Honeydew wrote on the... She writes little notes like that to me. Thumbs up. The cat comes with the very first foam mate that goes out next.
Nope.
Oh, no, it doesn't? Okay, now we'll just finish our tank. So, so we'll just make sure we get our glue good and all around in there. I put it on both sides to make sure it's good. And I just tried to line up this hole with this one kind of close. It's there now. It's not going anywhere. So there's the tank. We're just going to set it aside. That's all there is to putting together your tank. Two fittings go together.
Do the glue on that. Since you already had it open. But never mind. You closed it. I moved on. And give me a nasty look.
I did not. It's just not the next step. How am I going to stuff this through if there's glue there? You stuff these in before you glue the ends. Thumbs up, baby. Little smile. Nothing. Okay, grab your scrubby pad right in the middle and just boing. And it's twang. And then I just stick it in a little bit. I said you'd need a screwdriver. This is one use for it. Now you don't want to push this not quite halfway through. Like that. Right there. And then you'll push it good and tight in there. Just pack it in.
Hold on.
Yeah, so get it good and tight in there. You see how I'm doing it all around? And I'm just packing it in. And after you get this one done, you should have about an inch or so of area right back here. So we do our next one from the other end. We just pull it apart like that. Put it in. want to get this good and tight in there. It has to be tight for it to fit. If you don't get it tight enough, then there won't be enough room for your fittings on the end, and you'll have to pull it out and repack it. On this end, you'll end up with about 1 3/4 or 2 inches, and on this end about 1 inch. Now you take your 1/2 inch plastic nipple into your 3/4 inch by 1/2 inch bushing and put them together. Where's the little glue thing there? Thank you, baby. Thank you. I wasn't using this one because it's almost out, but it doesn't matter for this. So we put a little bit of glue, the cement, on the fitting that's going into the end. We put a little bit on the vinyl on the inside, just make sure it's spread good and even in there. We take our 3 chain links and just drop them in. We take our fitting.
You forgot the hose clamp.
And it just goes right there. The hose clamp goes right on as well. I gotta loosen it a little bit to get it on, which is normal. 1/8 of an inch of hose exposed on the end. Just like that. About 1/8 of an inch of the hose exposed. At least a 1/16. And then I just tighten it up. You can do it with a flathead screwdriver. Next, put these together. Oops. I usually put this in a vise and then put it on really tight. I think you need a little bit bigger end wrench. Or pliers. Just something. They don't have to be super tight because it is a tapered thread. If you have a vise to put it in, just put it in a vise and just crank it. It works. It's just about a 2 1/4 inch piece of 3/4 PVC. What, babe?
Just put glue on that and then put it all over your hand.
That's why I wear these awesome blue gloves. People always ask me, what's with the blue gloves? And there you go. And then the 3/8 nipple is your air, so it goes in the back of the regulator bolt.
So the big one.
Yeah, the big one. The 1/4 inch is a small one, so it goes in the side. Don't over tighten them, you could strip it out. I mean, they're good and tight. And there we are, our valves for our end nozzle. Now we take and put a little bit of cement on our, and you don't forget the hose clamp like I did last time, because you can't just fit it over the end. You loosen it up a little bit and it should just slide right on. And that should slip in there pretty good. I might have let the glue get a little bit dry before I did it, so you have to be kind of quick. And your end nozzle is complete. Now, all we have to do is put our hose on our tank and attach it to the end nozzle, and we're good to go. So to prepare our tank,
Remember when you were making your first one? Remember when it like exploded?
remember when it blew up the first time we put air to it?
Uh-huh.
That was crazy. So, I was so excited. Do you remember me saying, I go, I wonder if I should make sure this is good and sealed or do something different? And I was so excited to just put air through it with some solution to see if it worked. I didn't even care if it leaked. I go, well, if it leaks, I'll just rebuild it.
And you did
Yeah.
rebuild it.
So a 3/8 nipple goes in the top piece of the, and it's already pre-threaded for you. It just screws right in. A 1/4 inch goes in the bottom, the smaller nipple, and it just, once again, it just screws right in. You just take your wrench. The next thing we do is we're going to start our little hose clamps. So we'll put one of the 6-inch pieces on your Y. You take the other piece, 6-inch piece, and do the same. Then just tighten your hose clamp down on it. The next thing you do is you take and break the clamp off of your 3/8 air hose, and you stick a clamp on it, and you stick it right like that. Okay, just like that. And then just hold it in your hands like this, and
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
eeny, meeny, miny, mo, it doesn't matter. One of these short ones, you stick a clamp on first, and then just put the quick coupler for the air nozzle on it. The other end of the Y will go on the top of your tank.
Wait, clamp.
You have all the good ideas, baby. After you put the clamp on, the other end of your Y will go on the top of your tank. And I really like these hose clamps I'm sending out with these, because they have a Phillips end on them. Your lid. And now, you take your braided 1/4 inch hose, you take your pipe hose clamp and put it on first, or Mrs. Honeydew will yell at you. You push your hose down over the barbs, and you just tighten it up. Yeah, go get some zip ties out of your junk drawer. Everybody has zip ties in their junk drawer. You want to, and then I just hold one end and pull it about 2 feet or so, and put another zip tie. I just lost a hose clamp. Put your hose clamp over the hose, and then you just stretch your vinyl over the, and I just rotate it around because it's kind of tight, and it just kind of steps on down just like that. When you're tightening these ones, you really don't want your deal up tight because it's so close to hitting this handle. So I always tighten them kind of on the bottom like that. And then this is going to come around just like that, and this hose is going to go in to here. And remember your hose clamp so you don't get in trouble.
Right?
Hey, Papa, look!
Whoa! Yeah! You know why that's all muddy? Because you took my hammer out in the yard, didn't you? In the mud pit.
Yeah. Look.
That
Okay.
that hammer was my grandfather's. My dad's dad. Yeah, and I bought you one just like it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe need a.
There we go. A complete large tank. Foam all assembled and put together.
Hey.
And that's how easy it is, guys. Everything comes in a kit. You can put it together with screwdrivers and an end wrench. Now, this part, I obviously used a channel lock on to get it tightened up. You can put it in the vise. You can do whatever. That's sufficient, what I did.